Hey YouTube family, welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, welcome back to another YouTube video because this is completely different to my usual content. But I was like, okay, I'm in for a change and I don't want to record like a workout video again. So let's do something completely different and hopefully you guys will enjoy watching this type of video because it will truly give you a little more insight in Savannah world. But yeah, I've got a lot of questions from you guys on my Instagram stories and I've divided them into several categories. Yeah, I must say there are some very good and like deep questions in there. I was like, okay, I have to think about this. But as always, you guys would do me a huge favor if you could just go to the subscribe button on my channel and meanwhile give the video a thumbs up because I promise you, you will enjoy watching this video. Okay, so I do have all the questions here on my phone and I've actually got 6 different categories. And we are gonna start with the personal questions first. Now, question number 1. What do you want for Christmas? What do I want for Christmas? Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed this already through following me on my socials, but I'm not really the type of girl that is like super materialistic. So it's not like, oh my God, I want this Louis Vuitton bag or shoes or whatever. Of course, I do love to dress myself nice and yeah, but not really, it's not that I'm super focused on expensive things. Or yeah, just super materialistic in general. So I don't really have a specific desire. I'm always looking forward to Christmas for just being with my family. I'm a huge family person. I live like 30 minutes away from my uncles, aunts, and my parents, my grandparents, etc. And I visit them at least once a week. If my schedule allows, I will visit them twice a week. But yeah, honestly, for me, that's like the most important thing with Christmas, that I can be with them, having fun, making memories, having good food, nice talks, etc. And yeah, of course, with my boyfriends, yeah, I can really enjoy those little things. So yeah, that's actually all I want for Christmas, good vibes and having my family around me. Then, next one. What kind of job did you have before to be famous? I want to escape from the 9 to 5 schedule too. Yeah, I kind of hate the word famous because honestly, I don't really feel famous at all. I'm really like the girl next door. And I know on social media it may look different just because of the number of followers. But yeah, I just truly don't feel like that. But to answer the question, my actual first job ever when I finished school was working in a call center for a electricity company. Oh my God. Why am I not working over there anymore with those crazy prices? I could have arranged a discount code for myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm so glad I'm not working there anymore. I think I was working there for like 10 months and then I was just, I'm done over here. And I was like, bye. Oh, it was so frustrating and it was really like killing my vibe and like, yeah, kind of leaving me almost depressed. So yeah, I can definitely agree that you want to escape from a 9 to 5 schedule, especially. It's not that there's something wrong with a 9 to 5 schedule, not at all. But especially if you're doing a job that you hate, it's the worst thing. It's absolutely the worst thing, especially if you imagine that you have to work like around 40 years at least in your life before you can get retired, if I use the correct word. So imagine doing 40 years, something that you absolutely hate doing. That's just not sustainable. So yeah, that was my very first job. But I must say, I was already in that time, even when I was still in school, I was already starting with fitness. But I think this is also very important to add. It was never my intention to make a job out of my fitness. It all started with just a hobby. I've always been into sports, and I've played basketball for 10 years and then rolled into fitness because, I just wanted to work on myself, improve my physique, improve my health, search my limits. And yeah, that was really helping me to achieve those goals. And of course, from one thing comes another thing, and you do competitions, you do great, and then yeah, you basically roll sort of into that whole fitness world kind of thing, and you get opportunities because you're doing your best. And yeah, I think that's very important to keep in mind, that there is a possibility for everyone out there, and it's not because your neighbor is successful that you cannot be successful, or there is a possibility for everyone, but you have to find something that lies within your interests and something that's, of course, you're good at. If your goal is, for example, to become a fitness influencer, but you hate doing fitness, then it's not the right thing to do for you. So search your passion, actually, and search your strengths, what you're good at, and really focus and invest time in that specific thing. And trust me, there will open opportunities and doors for you. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. Then third, where did you learn English so well? Well, I still do make a lot of grammar and vocabulary mistakes. But my English has improved tremendously over the years. Because I remember 6 years ago when I started my Instagram, my boyfriend David literally had to translate my captions. I wrote them in Dutch and he translated them to English because I could not speak a word English. Well, a word is kind of like very drastic, but it didn't sound great. It sounded very Dutchy, let's put it that way. So it was definitely not correct English, despite the fact I've had English in school for many years. I just found it a very difficult language to learn. I don't know why, but for example, I also had French in school and I was very good at that. And now it's completely the opposite because I never use my French anymore and I've lost a lot of vocabulary. But yeah, my English has improved tremendously just because my boyfriend has been helping me a lot. And honestly, it has improved a lot by doing social media and just talking to people like all the time in English. It's honestly the best way to learn a language if you continue speak and learn and write it down. So yeah, but thank you so much for the nice compliments. Okay, next question is makeup for working out. I have no idea what to do. Also, you are so inspiring. Thanks. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. Now, to answer a question, makeup for working out, it's not necessary at all. Do what you feel comfortable at. I remember a couple of years ago, I was dealing with a lot of acne and I would, for God's sake, not go to the gym without any makeup on because I was just feeling so insecure. But right now, I'm like the complete opposite. Most of the times I go without. But it really depends because as a content creator being, almost every day is a content creating day, which means photos, videos, stories, etc. So yeah, then I get myself ready in the morning and then yeah, throughout the day I do my workout as well. And then I'm just with makeup on. We all know working out and sweating a lot with makeup on is not the most ideal thing, but if it makes you feel more comfortable, then just do your thing. Okay, next question, what self-tanner do you use? Well, usually in the winter time, I use Loving Tan in the dark version. I will pop an image here. Really loving this one. It dries super fast and it really leaves like a very, yeah, smooth kind of glow and tan, basically. Really loving this one. But up to this day, I haven't got any fake tan on yet because I still think that I have quite a bit of tan left from my holiday this summer. So yeah. Okay, next question. Can you give me some advices to get a girl like you? Well, first of all, don't be a dickhead. Really, don't be one. No, but on a serious note, I think this is a very misconception about fit girls that we all fall for like super extreme muscular guys. And I can speak for myself, not for everyone, of course, but for speaking for myself, I don't really feel attracted to those types of men. I would rather fall for someone, yeah, of course, like David, who I am together with for almost 7 years, but who has, who's looking super sporty, but still within a normal proportion, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, the most important thing for me personally is his personality, because that's in the end who you have to live with every single day. And yeah, you can have someone that's super good looking but has a shitty personality, and trust me, you won't be happy. Now, with personality, I mean that he has to be loyal and caring and basically be my second hand, you know? So, yeah, I think these days it's super rare to find guys like that. Um, and yeah, I'm just super happy that I found mine almost 7 years ago. So, yeah, just be a good man, have a good heart, and yeah, don't be a dickhead. That's like the moral of the story. Okay, on to the next question. Are you from Belgium? It's a serious question for me, okay? Well, serious answer. Yes, I am born and lived here my entire life. I am born in the west part of Belgium, in West Flanders. It's near to France, but to name a city that's super close to where I've actually being raised is Bruges. I think a lot of people actually know the city. It's super beautiful. If you haven't been there, then go there once in your life because it's super cozy and beautiful. So yeah, I speak Dutch, and yeah, I enjoy living here, despite the fact it's extremely expensive to live here. But yeah, we have good food, and good healthcare. Okay, next one: makeup and skincare you recommend. Well, I'm not really like a super skincare kind of girl, but I do use what is it called? It's a cream from Bobbi Brown, I think, and I use this as a daily moisturizer before I apply my concealer and stuff. Really loving this one. Oh, I also use a specific face wash used to people, if I am right. I will pop a picture here as well. But yeah, other than this, I don't really use like a lot of products. Then makeup wise, I'm really a big fan of the brand Charlotte Tilbury, and it's like 70% of all my makeup is from her. Yeah, okay, on to the next question. And I think, oh, this is also the final question from this category. Back with a coffee because I need it for the last question. Have you ever been dealt with a past toxic ex-boyfriend, a narcissist, for example? Well, unfortunately, yes, I've been. And I'm gonna be honest, if there is one phase in my life I could erase, it would definitely be that phase. Luckily, that relationship didn't last long. Um, I think like just a couple of months, but it was also because of the help of my mom that she pulled me away from that guy, and I'm so lucky for that because I was so incredibly scared of that guy. I'm not going to talk into details, but yeah, he has blackmailed me a lot, and yeah, I've had a lot of sleepless nights with that guy. So yeah, I'm just super happy that's over, and yeah, luckily it was also the only experience in my life, because yeah, I am now together for almost 7 years with my boyfriend David, and yeah, when I had that relationship with that guy, that narcissistic guy, I was like 18 years old. I wasn't as developed as I am today. Now I am a strong woman. I come up for my rights. I speak up, which I wouldn't dare to do when I was 18 years old. So yeah, the situation would be completely different, but I'm not saying that I wouldn't be scared at all this day. Anyway, yeah, if you're currently in that kind of situation, then the only thing I can recommend you is to take your bags and just go away. And if you feel like you can't do it by yourself because you're scared or whatever, then please search for help. Search for a friend, a family that can help you and pull you out of that situation. Because, you know, being with a narcissistic guy will never end good. Never. Those people have so many issues and they really have to fix that issue first before they will ever get to find a relationship where they appreciate the other person. So yeah, that's ah, I hate talking. I need a sip of coffee because honestly, I really don't like to remember myself uh, to that phase in my life. Yeah, it's bad memories. On to other questions. um, okay, what's the second category? Social media. First question, where will you be in 10 years? Well, I've actually got almost the same question. Where will you be in 10 years and where do you want it? And where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, it's basically the same question with a different time. Honestly, I hate these types of questions. I remember getting these in school as well, and I never knew what to answer. Actually, I'm not really the person that is like thinking super long term. Like, don't get me wrong, I am like super driven in life and I definitely have some nice goals to achieve. But 10 years from now, wow, that seems super long because I'm 26 right now. I would be 36. I don't know where I will be in life, honestly. All I hope for is that I will be happy. I personally like to set shorter term goals, and then I'm not talking about next week, but like within the next 2 years maximum, because that seems more approachable. But within 5 years, it's a little easier. It's still a big time frame, of course. In 5 years, I will probably be a mom, a hot, fit mom, of course. I've always said that I want children around my 30s. I'm 26 right now, so I do have a couple of more years left before getting into a very, very extremely busy life. um, so yeah, I will definitely be a mom by then, maybe married, because we do want to get married, but it's not like our top priority right now. And yeah, by then we will have our new business launched because it's actually launching very, very, very soon, and I'm super excited. So yeah, I hope that will evolve and grow even bigger and bigger over the years, and just get better. So yeah, that's actually my main goal for the upcoming next years, to really grow my businesses and yeah, help even more people. Is that a hint? I don't know. Okay, next one. Heb je ooit ongemakkelijk gevoeld tijdens het opnemen van een filmpje? Gonna translate this in English. Did you ever feel uncomfortable when recording a video? Well, honestly, I feel uncomfortable all the time when I need to record YouTube, especially YouTube, because on stories it's different because I'm not always talking on my stories. But YouTube, I really have like a feeling that everyone is watching me live and I can't make any mistakes. And yeah, the first reason is because all my social media channels are in English. So even though I speak quite well English, it's still hard for me sometimes to like really translate everything from Dutch to English. And yeah, I feel like I'm always super nervous when I need to record. And then on top of that, I make a lot of mistakes. And then I forget what I want to say. And then I get a blackout. And then and then I'm running out of breath. And then, behind the scenes, you guys don't want to see. You guys don't want to see. Usually it takes about 2 or 3 takes for a lot of clips to be right, to be it right. So yeah, but I'm not showing you this, and you probably don't think this when you watch my YouTube videos, but yeah, there's a lot of error behind the scenes. But we get better at it, and we get comfortable by doing the uncomfortable. So we are growing and evolving every time we do it again. um, would you be happier without social media? Good question. Would I be happier? Well, yes and no, because social media has given me a lot of opportunities, which I'm forever thankful for, despite the fact that my job is always on, it's never off. It brings a lot of pressure with me. But yeah, as I said, I'm super happy with all the opportunities that it has given me. But on the other hand, social media used to be a sort of like how do I say it, like entertainment for me, and right now it is not anymore. I yeah, it's just not a form of entertaining for me. It's always work. Even though when I'm not on my stories or posting, I'm looking for content, music, ideas I can work out. Yeah, replying to DMs, replying to comments, recording for YouTube. There's always something to do, always. And then I'm not even talking about the fact that like all eyes are on you, and you get 100,000 of different opinions on a daily basis. And sometimes that's a lot. That's a lot to soak in. Sometimes people can be super rude as well, and yeah, then people say, oh yeah, but you don't need to take this personal and stuff. Okay, but that's easier said than done. Some people can be super rude, and that can really, be in your mind all day and like sort of ruin your day as well. So yeah, especially if you're a little bit more sensitive person, just like I am. Yeah, sometimes it's a lot, and that is also why I sometimes take a couple of days off social media. I'm also not the one that is posting like my entire day, my entire life, every step of my day on my stories. No, I really love my privacy, and I really love to have like a border in between my private life and then what I put out there on social media. Um, so yeah, sometimes it's a lot to deal with, but on the other hand, yeah, I think it's a normal thing when you are a public figure. Yeah, you have to have, in Dutch we say, je moet dik vel hebben. You have to have like a thick skin to be prepared to like, don't let any bad comments go into your soul. Okay. On to the next. Last question from this category. Is the online you and the real you the same person? I like this question. I would say 80%. And I will say as well that despite how extrovert someone is online, they can never be a fully 100% showing their real self online. They will always hide certain things, or, react different than to certain things than they would be in real life. So you can never expect someone to be 100% how they would be if you would live with them every single day. But speaking for myself, I can say that I'm very much myself and trying to be as much myself as possible online as well. So 80%, the other 20%. So let's talk about the 80%. I hope you guys notice this as well, but I'm a super spontaneous, happy, and positive person in general. Of course, I do have my days when I feel like a little meh or unmotivated, or like, yeah, when I'm just having a bad day. But luckily, I am a very positive thinking person, and I have a really positive mindset. And when this happens, like within the same day, this is over. It's just gone, and I'm just being my happy self again. So I'm very happy for that I can switch so fast. But yeah, so I'm very spontaneous and a happy person. And I hope you guys get to see this through my videos and posts as well. But yeah, that's the 80%. The other 20% is um, I am someone that has an unsalted opinion about many things. And I know on social media, it's not always the best place to have an unsalted opinion about everything. I avoid certain topics wisely because, I'm here to help you with training, nutrition, and everything fitness related. I'm not here to discuss all certain topics. That's not what I'm here for, and that's also not my intention, and just not something I want to spend my time on, because everyone has an insulted opinion online, okay? And you can have endless discussions with everyone, but does it make you happy in the end? No. So yeah, that's the other 20% of me. I do have an unsalted opinion, and with friends and family, I can just be like 100% my authentic self and just, throw an opinion out there. And if they don't like it, then okay, fine. Then just do with it what you can do with it. And if you don't like it, then of course, that's also fine, We are here on this planet with our own very character, and everyone can have another opinion. Just because I have a certain opinion doesn't mean that my brother needs to share the same opinion. I'm totally fine with sharing other opinions, but I know, as I said, online it's quite difficult, and usually it ends up in a sort of fight. So yeah, that's something I am really thoughtfully careful with online. And yeah, I also also, that's another side of me. I'm very spontaneous, positive, etc., but I can be very dumb as well. And this is also not a side I am showing super often online, because yeah, I just don't want you guys to think what the hell, what the hell is she doing, or so. Yeah, I can be a little crazy sometimes. But yeah, overall, I really try to be my authentic self online, even though it's sometimes difficult because people have a certain expectation or so from you. So yeah. Okay, on to the next category, which is fitness and training. Question number 1. Since you already have a killer body, what keeps you motivated to keep going? Well, first of all, thank you so much for the sweet compliment. But yeah, honestly, physique-wise, I'm satisfied where I am right now. I don't really have a strong desire to build a lot of muscle mass anymore. I would rather just want to maintain and maybe get a little leaner, But yeah, I really have a strong desire to search my limits and exceed them. And that's actually what keeps me motivated in doing fitness, because there are no borders. You can improve yourself on so many different levels. It doesn't really have to be specific on building muscle mass or losing fat mass. You can gain strength, you gain a lot of mindset, you gain discipline, everything. And that is something that I love so much about doing fitness also. I've been doing this for 8 years already right now, so you can imagine it's a big part of my daily life, I would say, even though I don't go to the gym every single day. But yeah, my nutrition is related to fitness, to optimize my results, to maintain my results. So everything interferes with each other. And yeah, honestly, I just cannot imagine a life without fitness anymore. I've always been a super sporty girl. I've grown up in a very sporty family. So yeah, sports has always been a big part of our life. And yeah, another thing that is super important in order to keep doing something and keep being motivated and disciplined is to love what you're doing. If I didn't enjoy doing fitness, for God's sake, I wouldn't be doing this already for 8 years. I really love lifting weights and I really love to challenge myself every single training again. Um, yeah, and I think that is just what keeps me going. And of course, my community that I've built online and my social media platforms and the way I can inspire other people to build new health habits and to work on themselves and to believe in their goals, that it is possible. Like, it is possible. I come from nothing and I've built this, so you can do the same. I mean, and yeah, this is of course also a motivation for me to help others on their journey. So yeah. Next one. Do you think you can progress with 4 gym days? Are you planning to launch an app? Am I planning to launch an app? Yes, 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 yes. And it's gonna be online very soon. I'm super excited. And I also want to mention that, oh my God, I've really underestimated the work that goes into creating an app or developing an app. I thought, a couple of months and that will probably be ready, but girl, it's not. It's not. Oh my God. There goes so much work behind the scenes. It's incredible. We have been working on this already now for 1.5 years and we are not done yet, but we are close to. So very excited for this. But yeah, answering the question, do you think you can progress with 4 gym days? For optimal progress, you have to be within a training frequency of 3 to 5 days per week. Do you like to use a volume training during your rotation? So get a feel each workout. I think you mean that if I love doing a lot of volume during my workouts to feel it the next day. I don't know if that is the question or the meaning behind the question, but yeah, especially for my lower body sessions, I've always practiced high volume workouts, especially for glutes and quads. For hamstring, it's like sometimes I go for high volume or sometimes I go for less volume and then really like high intensity. But overall, for lower body workouts, I would definitely recommend you to increase your volume if your goal is to really build muscle mass. Also, I explain everything in my lower body guides. I have Pancake X Booty and also the Quads Bible. If you are interested in building your lower body, I will pop them here, but you can also find the shop link in the description box to find out some more information about the guides. But basically, I'm sharing all my tips, tricks, and training programs I've been using over the past years to grow my own lower body. Next, does your training routine change over Christmas? No, it doesn't. I mean, why should it change? Because of a holiday. Usually I train 4 days a week, but I usually also do a lot of preppings in regards to food with Christmas. So usually those are like super hectic days. So perhaps I will miss one training session, or perhaps I will just have my usual 4 days of training in that week. I don't know yet, but I think it's important to understand that your results will not fade away by missing 2 workouts or 3 workouts, or maybe take a week off. It's not gonna do you any harm. Know that you grow on rest days. So maybe that's a perfect opportunity for you to just take it a little bit easier, train at a lower frequency, or maybe take a deload week. It's also possible. But yeah, it's not gonna do you any harm, and there's absolutely no reason to change up your training routine during that period. How long have you been doing fitness? I started fitness when I was, I think, 17 and a half years old, or maybe 18. And now I'm now 26 years old. So I've been doing this for a pretty long time, 8 years in total. Next, can you please give tips on how to balance fitness life with college, first living alone? Now, I can definitely understand that it's pretty hectic in your mind to like combine everything and reach your study goals, but at the same time reach your fitness goals. I think first of all, a good planning or planner is key. Really write down what you're going to do during the 16 hours a day you have available, and really plan your workout in during the day. Like, really make room for it. Next to planning and making sure that there is at least 1 hour a day time to get a workout in, what is really time saving is to meal prep your meals for a couple of days ahead. I used to do this a lot when I was in school as well, and it really saved me a lot of time and work. And yeah, it's just time that you can then focus on your study, or perhaps in the evening it's an hour extra that you can spend in the gym instead of being in your kitchen and cooking your meals. So meal prepping is, oh my God, it's gonna change your life if you aren't doing this yet. Another thing is actually a misconception. Less is more, meaning that for the best results, you don't need to be in the gym every single day of the week. I've never trained more than 5 days per week in my entire life. Right now, the past couple of years, due to a very busy schedule with my businesses and, everything else, living alone, which I didn't used to when I was doing my competition, and then I was living with my parents, so I had less responsibilities. But right now, the last couple of years, I've been sticking to a 4 days training split, and I still made a lot of progress, even though I had one workout less during the week. Just keep in mind that rest is as important as training, and less is more, but make sure the workouts you get in are quality workouts. If you think that your schedule allows you only to go 3 times per week to the gym, then that's fine. Trust me, if you have 3 quality workouts per week and you keep track of your nutrition, you will make progress, definitely. But they go both hand in hand with each other, and you just cannot lack in one of the 2 areas. Then next, will you have an app? Well, I've basically already answered that one, but I'm glad you're interested. Next one, what are your thoughts about working out twice a day, or is one really good workout suffice? If you can work out twice a day, then you're not working out hard enough. It's as simple as that. If I do a quads focused workout, trust me, I wouldn't be able to do another workout during the same day. I'm destroyed. Even doing an additional cardio session is in most cases just too much to handle. But if you're meaning 2 workouts in terms of like a weightlifting workout and then a cardio workout, that's perfectly fine, and you can definitely combine this during the same day. But if you do combine both on the same day, then you always have to prioritize your weightlifting session first and do cardio afterwards, or split it throughout the day. So for example, you can go in the morning, do your cardio session, and then have your weightlifting session at the end of the day in the evening. This way, there is a lot of time in between each other, and you're making sure that you still can train with 100% capacity and energy levels in the evening, which is most important. Okay, wow, we have come to the end of this category already. Let's see what we have next. Nutrition. Also a very interesting part. First question, what do you eat in a day? Now, I think I've actually recently posted a what I eat in a day video on my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in this, then I highly recommend you to check that one out. But yeah, I also want to add that I'm currently not following a specific meal plan. I'm eating super flexible, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this, but I do have a couple of staples which I eat on a daily basis. Which I just love. Then next, what's your current split and how often do you incorporate a cheat meal? My current split is, it depends. So I have a quads focus day with calves, then I have a hamstring and glutes focus day, then I have a back day with triceps, and then I have an additional shoulder day with abs or cardio. but it depends because I am dealing with a wrist injury, and some weeks, especially if I'm cleaning a lot of things, it gets like very irritated and I can't do a lot of things with my hands, so I have to be very careful. And on those weeks I have to skip my shoulder workout because it just puts too much pressure on my wrists, and then I will have an additional glutes workout, for instance. So this is usually how my current split looks like. And how often do I have a cheat meal? Once a week, one or maybe twice a week. But if it's twice a week, it's usually like on Friday evening. We usually order like takeaway, and usually it's French fries or pizza. And then on Sunday morning, we have a ritual to always go to a bakery, fresh bakery, and get some fresh croissants and chocolates, croissants, etc. So this would then be my second cheat meal. But throughout the week, I always cook fresh meals and make everything nutrient dense. Okay, this was the last question. Oh no.
The next morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the next day, the next morning, because as always, when I record a YouTube video, there's always something that needs to go wrong. Like, I just cannot imagine one YouTube video where everything went smooth. So yesterday I was recording, but it was very late in the evening. It was past midnight. And all of a sudden, I was recording for a very long time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and then continue because it was just a couple of questions extra. I looked into my camera and I got a message that my SD card was full. So I didn't get any sign or notice. So I wasn't sure, like, oh my God, did it actually record like the entire time I was talking here? And obviously it didn't. So that sucked. And yeah, so I had to transfer everything to my PC, etc. So, it took a lot of time, and I was like, oh my God, it's almost 1 a.m. I'm done with it for today, Let's continue tomorrow. So here we are. Let's have a look where the video has ended. And I think it was with the question with the cheat meal. So the next one is top nutrition goals for muscle building results. Well, it's actually pretty simple. When it comes to your nutrition and the goal is hypertrophy, aka building muscle mass, there are 2 focus points. And the first one is your calorie intake. I know still a lot of people are afraid to be in a caloric surplus, but trust me, it is needed to build muscle mass in the most optimal way. I'm not saying that you have to be like in an extreme caloric surplus, but somewhere between a range in 250 and 500 calories. Like if you're in between that, you don't need to be afraid to gain excessive amount of fat mass, which is also not optimal. And it will supply your body with enough energy, which will help you increase your strength levels way faster than usually, and it will also help you recover way faster. So generally it will only benefit you in the better way. Then next to your calorie intake, your protein intake is another very important factor. I always opt between a range of 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. Now, this is also determined by your age. So if you're a little bit older, then you have to look more in the upper part of that range. If you're younger, you can look more into the lower until the middle part of that range. But that's basically it. And then of course, focus on progressive overloading, but this has nothing to do with nutrition, of course. So that's it. Let's see what next question is. Do you offer a nutrition plan on its own? Yes, I do. I basically have 2 different one-to-one coaching programs. One is Strong and Healthy. It's a 12-week program, but this covers nutrition and training with 2 weekly check-ins, etc. And then I also have a nutrition-only focused program. This is called Let's Get Lean. It's an 8-week program, and you basically get a customized meal plan which changes every 2 weeks. but you get also a variation list, and everything is determined to a questionnaire that you have to fill out once you have purchased the plan. So everything is fully customized to foods you like, dislike, intolerances, your goals, yeah, everything basically. So yeah, if you want to have more information, you can always find the link to my programs in the description box below. So yeah. Then next question, I really love your cooking IG stories. Would you upload some cooking vids to YouTube, please? Thank you so much. Well, it made me thinking because actually, yes, I did post a lot of cooking videos on my stories back when I lived in the other place. Now I'm doing this less often. It has also to do with the kitchen because we are planning to renovate the kitchen right now. It's sort of old school, I don't know how to say, and it's just not like very nice to look at. And yeah, we are planning to renovate it after New Year. So yeah, you can definitely then expect a lot more nutrition videos, cooking videos, my favorite recipes, etc. Yeah, I already had this in mind to yeah, to produce more content which is related to nutrition in the future. So definitely it's coming. Then, what kind of proteins and supplements do you recommend for your booty gains? Okay. Well, let's first put this meat away. There doesn't exist a food or a supplement that will magically grow your glutes. And if it happens that you come across an advertisement online that says, oh, take these pills to grow your glutes, it's straight up bullshit. Trust me. It simply does not exist. It's false marketing, and I really have to puke from those kinds of advertisements because it's so misleading, especially for people who really don't have any knowledge about these things. But yeah, as I said previously, if you want to build muscle mass, focus on your calorie intake, your protein intake, and then focus on progressive overloading your muscles in the gym. Of course, a structured routine is always helpful, and your exercise selection is also going to determine whether you're training in the right way or not. But yeah, if you want to get booty gains, you have to increase your training frequency up to 2 to 3 times per week and really focusing on isolating the glutes on itself. And yeah, focus on your compound movements, focus on progressive overloading, add weights, play with different kinds of reps and sets, etc. But there doesn't exist a magic pill, unfortunately. If it was that easy, God, I think the entire world, all women would walk around with gorgeous developed glutes, but that is just not the case. And yeah, you really have to work for it and really be consistent over a long period of time. Also, don't expect to see major results within 30 days. I know if you go to YouTube, you will find a bunch of 30-day booty challenge, etc. And this can also be in the same class of the supplement booty gain bullshit, because it's simply impossible and it's just clickbait, and yeah, it's just not how it works, you know? It takes time and a lot of effort, and if it was that easy, everyone would do it, but that's not the case. So if you want to have a strong booty, then put in the effort. Aside from the fact that there doesn't exist a magic booty muscle gain pill, supplements are there to, as the name can tell, supplement your diet. Are they necessary? No, not at all. Some kind of supplements can be helpful, but they are not necessary. If you eat nutritious, wholesome foods, you focus on your calorie intake, protein intake, and yeah, basically do all the right stuff, then basically you don't need any supplements extra to enhance your progress. All right, so this was also the last question for this topic. I think we have arrived at the last category. Yeah, we have arrived at the last category. Okay, and this is mental health. Okay, were you ever insecure about being so muscular? If so, what helped you get over it? Were you ever, why? I don't really understand like the question, like why would I feel insecure about being so muscular if it was my life goal to be so muscular? It just doesn't make sense in my point of view. Let me take a sip of coffee. No, so I've been spending 8 years in the gym, like literally working my ass off to get where I am today. So I will definitely don't feel sorry or insecure about how my body looks. I've worked so damn hard for it and I'm super proud of where I am. And of course, but that's a whole other thing. It's not because you have a certain goal or a certain like body goal in mind that someone else will love this too. For instance, my own mom dislikes my legs so much. She really thinks it's super ugly. It's too much. It's manly. It's everything bad. And she's also very honest about that. And am I mad at her? Absolutely not. As I said in the beginning of this video, everyone can have their own opinion. And gosh, if we all look the same and we all were thinking the same and we all had the same body goal or the same goals in general, that would be so annoying and so boring actually. So yeah, everyone can be different and it's totally fine. But I will never ever feel sorry for the way I look just because someone else is criticizing it or has an opinion about it. I don't really care. If there is one thing I'm really like very confident with, it's my body. It's definitely my body. So yeah, and I would highly recommend you to think the same. If you work super hard for something, then you don't need to feel uncomfortable about it or unconfident and feel sorry about it. No, you worked hard for it with a reason. So just be proud. Second last question. What were the hardest times of your life, things you struggle with now? Now, honestly, um, I think this is also not the answer that you're maybe looking for, but I've had a pretty joyful life without any big struggles. What do I mean with that is that many people have dealt with divorcing parents, abuse, immigration, losing a lot of family members. But I haven't experienced any of those things. Look at me. Like I can be super lucky. Like for example, looking back at my youth. I if do I say it correct? Like when I was a child, like really my growing up until where I am right now. I've had super caring, loving parents. They are also still together, which I'm very thankful for. They have always treated me well. I've never been bullied in school. I've always had good friends. Yeah, I just didn't went through like very big life battles, if I can say it like that. And yeah, I just don't really have that experience, so it's difficult to answer this question honestly. Of course, I do have sometimes, especially with running your own businesses and stuff, I'm dealing with a lot of stress and I'm dealing with problems now and then, but those are very minor compared to the things I listed, before. So, yeah, am I struggling with things right now? Sometimes, yes, with social media, because it puts a lot of pressure on me. And even though I feel super confident in my body, sometimes you compare yourself to others, even though you absolutely don't want to, because you know it's bad for your own self image. But you do it without even realizing it, and it makes you feel super, yeah, bad, or that you're not good enough or not far enough in life or not far enough with your businesses because someone else is achieving greater things, etc. So it's really like a mental game, but I'm really trying to remind myself that I'm doing great regardless of how someone else is doing, and we all have a different path in life, you know. And yeah, I just try to remind myself that I'm doing great regardless of where I am right now. If I look back where I come from until where I am today, even though I am not where I am, where I want to be, I still can be proud of where I am today. So yeah, that's it. But other than this, I'm a very happy and thankful person for everything I have in life and everything and all the people I've got met, and you know, all the experiences and stuff. Yeah, I really can't, I really cannot like complain about my life so far, and I think that's very unique. I don't know. And then we are arriving with the last question, which is mental health in general, dots, dots, dots. I don't know. This is not really like a question to me, but um, okay, mental health in general. I would say that I am in a good mental state. As I said, of course, we are human and we all deal with bad days, maybe bad weeks, and that's totally fine as long as you can give yourself like a push in the back and be like, come on, you know, pick up things again, positive mindsets, and like don't really hang in that negative bubble. I think that is very important, and I feel that I have a strong personality that can really give myself that kick in the ass to do this on my own. And if it's a little bit more difficult, then I have a partner who is also very optimistic, and who, yeah, on days where I feel a little bit bad, he will talk with me about the things that are going on in my head and like really, you know, help me remind that it's totally fine and that everything will be okay. And yeah, that I actually have no reason to be, you know, sad and just feel that way. So yeah, I'm just trying to be thankful every single day and be happy and have a positive mindset and just improve myself on a daily basis. I've also never experienced any like big depression or so, which I'm also very thankful for. So yeah, but if you do, then let me tell you that it's also fine and that you don't have to be ashamed by feeling that way. But it's of course wise to reach out for help if you feel that you cannot, you know, solve the whole problem on your own. Okay guys, if you have made it to the end of this video, then thank you very much. I'm gonna do a rough assume, but I think this video is definitely gonna be like 1.5 hours long, so excuse me. But I really wanted to make this like a big Q&A and really give you guys a little bit more insights in my life, in my thinking, etc. And I truly hope it was interesting for you. Anyway, I already got myself dressed because I am going to the gym soon to kill a good quad session. Also girls, these are the final days that you can shop up to 60% off your favorite TLF items. I am wearing here the Sculpt Seamless collection. I absolutely adore these leggings. And then the long sleeve top, I don't know I don't know what it is called, but you can definitely find it on the website. As always, you can find my shopping link and extra discount code in the description box below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Mwah! See you next time.